Sia fomu tiegente wo. Sia fomu tiegente wo. Boy come do, ayanga walking fun. Boy come do, upone yene fi. Boy come do, ayanga walking fun. Boy come do, upone yene fi. Sia fomu tiegente wo. No.
Greetings once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo. He hails from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project, Biafra Restoration Project, to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand. But it's a matter of time you will understand. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I hail from Abo. Abo is in Anyoma Province. And Anyoma Province is in Delta State, Biafra land. I will acknowledge men and women of goodwill, members of all that pro-Biafran group, who understand the need for us to improvise in a time like this. From being Mozob to NRC to Minas to Biafra Nation, Alliance, and so numerous to mention. Those of you who have started them, we pray that in our lifetime God will give us this Biafra. Acknowledge Chief Raphael Wazurike, generally referred to as the father of the new nation. Of course, I doff my cap for Alhaji Asare Dokobo, the man who understands the need why he should stand up when he's called upon. I recognize Dr. Okado this evening, Mazio Bidi Obinu, our daddy in the Lord, Sister Rita Anebogo, Uduogo, Dr. Ngokenkwo, so many numerous names to mention. In fact, one day on this platform, my broadcast will be to mention all your names. Members of the Biafran Watchmen, Odo Guinea, Udo Wele, Agunwani, Ada Biafra, Bruno, Chukode, Awele, all of you who understand that things cannot be the same again. You stood your ground. And of course, for record purpose. And so if after thousands of years we are gone, this work will enter the hand of the next generation. They need to know the truth. And so I must take my time also to acknowledge Nnamdi Kanu recruit on my platform. By now, you people should be ashamed. Your intention is to rubbish me. That wasn't Nnamdi Kanu order. They should rubbish George Onyibe until he cannot open his front door and come outside. You people should be ashamed of yourself. So I welcome you on my Facebook. You are not enough. Your number is not enough. So call other people to come. It's unfortunate. I must acknowledge the Creator, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. Because without him we are gone as a people. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadị o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. He said. And of course, for almost 3 days now, I have been battling with the system from one challenge to another. But you see, we do not back down for any reason. When we tell you we go nowhere, you don't even know how that word came. We go nowhere, we die here. This was the beginning when we try to talk sense into Nnamdi Kanu. The result of the auction to frustrate me so that I will back out of Biafra struggle. I told them we go nowhere. And of course, we have to move on to our topic this evening because our time has been fast spent, and I'm grateful to the Almighty Creator that in the end, if you persist, in the end you will get what you want. Our topic this evening is simply titled the 7 principle for creating a nation. 7 principle for creating a nation. When nation is being forged, most especially when it is not in the hand of an emperor, when nation is being formed, most especially when it is not being formed by a tyrant, when nation is being formed, most especially when it is not being formed by a colonial master. What you see now, you don't see it. Or rather, what you see around us now is what is prevalent. Many countries in the world has been in the same position we find ourselves today as the people of Biafra. And each of these countries, through pain, great perseverance, were able to navigate the way in the wilderness. And today, they are okay. I can only pray that everything we go through in the process of trying to restore Biafra, that it will serve for a greater purpose for the next generation. Because we have paid enough price, I can show you that. From the Americans down to the Chinese to the Japanese, all over the world, when the Roman emperor entered, to the Indian, the Bangladesh, their life would not have remained the same again, except they have to hold a bull by the horn. Today, we are still where they were almost 70 years or hundreds of years ago. And I want to believe our journey is supposed to be easier, because we have a host of examples for us to emulate. We have so many teachers for us to learn from. But somewhere along the line, because of selfish individuals, this is where we find ourselves. I want us to go and then take a look at some of the countries, maybe 2 or 3 tonight, who found themselves in the same place as we are today. They had issues, just as we are having issue. Because the purpose of this very broadcast this evening is to enlighten Biafrans across the globe to understand that you cannot be doing the same thing and expect different results. You cannot be doing the same thing and you expect different results. And as a matter of fact, you should be able to know what is responsible for the internal crisis we are facing in Biafra agitation. For some days now, Nana Kano have been all off air because he's looking for another lie. He's looking for another lie. It's a shame. I'm coming for him. When the Americans were fighting, should I say it's independent? When the American was fighting to remove the yoke of the British government from their neck, we have 2 classes of people. George Washington and numerous others were referred to as the patriots. They fought very hard. They lost brothers and sisters, all in an attempt to create a nation that the world can be proud of. And today, I can tell you that irrespective of the fact that every nation has their own weakness, America has lived up to her creed. America has lived up to expectation. And say, let us build a nation that is like this. Let us build a nation we can be proud of, a nation we can call our, a nation we can call our home. But in and among this same nation of America, about 33 colonies or so, there are people inside there who love slavery. But believe me, I do not fault any of them. The other group called themselves the loyalists. The loyalists were people who couldn't see far. They believed there is no need for them to allow British to leave them. They loved the British pattern of governance because they were benefited from it. They were the Detan and Abiru of their time. Of course, some of their children are still alive today, and maybe they get this broadcast. The loyalists were loyal to the British government. They would rather say over their dead body or for America to be liberated. And then there are other groups known as the patriots. And so when the British government from far away Europe manipulate America through the loyalists, the patriots stood their ground. It was not an easy task. But I want you to understand, all of them supposedly are in America. So what is the loyalist looking for? And what is the patriot looking for? If you are able to link these two lines, you will not be surprised the stage where we are in this Biafra agitation. Some of you, by now, you thought Biafra would be here. I could remember about 8 months ago, Elohua told Nnamdi Kanu that Biafra will come this year. Elohua told him. He has deleted all the posts. But that is not issue. The issue is that there are truths you must know. If you don't have the grace to stomach the truth, then may the Lord be with you. It is always normal. The patriots stood their ground. They fought the British government from every angle. As much as they lie within their power, they resisted the British angle. And then the real saboteurs were sabotaging everything they were doing. Today, this is America. America did not emerge just on a platter of gold. Men and women made that country. We can begin to study from one revolution to another. But the truth is that they were ready for what is coming. Many people see America today. Without the frustration from the Soviet Union, America will not be where they are today. So today, whatever you are doing, you think you are frustrating the genuine patriot of Biafra, I tell you, a day will come, we will tell you how we got there. These were people fighting for a better world. These were people who are supposed to be fighting to be the author of their destiny as they are today. But from among them, some people say, no, we have to go back to Britain. We love the way Europe is governing us because he favored them. And of course, we have to go to another one, and then we can now come to Biafra land. We look at the issue of Cameroon. I keep pointing out the truth for you. And when you are ready, you start. When you look at the Ambazonian who have found themselves in the same position, only that their own God is France. They knew their condition in the Cameroon state is no longer acceptable. They have majority of the oil in Cameroon, and yet they don't have good drinking water. They do not have tarred road, no school, no electricity, no medical facility. And then I want to believe few good men who would say, we can't take this anymore. They stood up. Different group came up. You have the ones that they call the black leg. The black leg, you have Chris Ano. And then you have the Sako, the IG faction. This is another group. They are fighting against Akwanga and Onyibe, Nnamdi Kanu friend. And so, by the time Nnamdi Kanu came online and told Biafrans he's forming an alliance with Ambazonia, it was just to distract you, just give you something to ginger your morale. Have you not been gingered? But those who understand what is obtainable, we already know that that alliance will lead to nothing. And what did they get from the alliance? They sent some of their boys to Imo State. And those their boys teach some Imo boys, some Biafran boys, how to do ESM or known gunmen. And after their first job, they send them back. But come to look at it, Ambazonia's struggle was doing very well. Now ask yourself, what brought division? The same way you have so many pro-Biafran group in Biafra. That is the same way you have thousands of pro-Ambazonia agitators. Anyway, that is the same thing that happened in America. If you go to South Africa, the same thing happened. And so with all this, our people are supposed to learn. Why is it always like that? Why is it always like that? When Dim Chukwemeka Odimegwu Ojukwu started this journey, he did his best and he left the stage. Chief Raphael Wazurike came. He did his best and now he is trying to guide us as a father. He made so many mistakes, but I'm not here to analyze his mistake. But at least I believe when he realized his mistake, as an elderly man and the father of the new nation, he made amends. He tried to sound polite as an elderly man, and some will say, he's begging in Nnamdi Kanu, hey, wait for unity, hey, wait. And then at the end of the day, Nnamdi Kanu destroyed Wazurike. He finished Wazurike and took over the mantle of leadership. He did well before he was arrested. But those of you who are sincere, you will know that Nnamdi Kanu that went to prison is not the Nnamdi Kanu you know today. Hey, you are a saboteur. You are a saboteur. Hey, Uchenna Sebu, you are a saboteur. You are a saboteur. Obidi, you are a saboteur. Dr. Kado, you are a saboteur. Uchemefo, you are a saboteur. Rita Nebogo, you are a saboteur. Omiomio, you are a saboteur. Everybody sabo. We are not going anywhere. In our time, we are giving you Biafra. But the way things are, it is time for renovation. Unlike other people, the same disease that is plaguing the Biafra agitation is not the same disease that is plaguing the Ambazonia. The question should be, why are all these things repeating themselves? Almost everywhere you see people fighting for agitation. Are we going to talk about Liberia? Samuel Doe and Charles Taylor? It is the same thing. But with the level of high intellectual individuals that we have, why have we not been able to put things together and then remain focused? Some of you, you don't have mission. You got to leave Nnamdi Kanu alone and continue. I'm not going to leave that guy. I'm going to be exposing him. Look at, no more drama. What a wicked word. What a wicked word. Well, he has a choice to make, to repent or to stay there. But one thing I can assure all of you is that some of you will think nothing will happen. Something will happen. And you will regret it. Because under our watch, nobody will say the next generation. Let's ask ourselves a question. Why is it always like this? If God has not led Mazu Choka from Efo to take this initiative by keeping this radio aside, if God has not made this possible to awaken some Biafran group to to stand in the gap on behalf of the people. You people don't know what is happening. Hey, yes, hey, Nnamdi Kanu wanted to terrorize everybody, but by now he would have been regretting his action. He should thank those people who helped to stop him. You have intelligent people around you. You rubbish all of them. You, Nnamdi Kanu, reduce all of them. You are the only one that have sense. Gradually, you want to draw the Biafra agitation to Igbo agitation, but that one you will fail. So the earlier you start doing the right thing, the better for all of us. You are on Facebook now. You are on my Facebook now, yapping, writing rubbish comment with your group. You people make up. Oh yeah, let's go and attack him. Go to George Onyibe platform. Attack him. Attack him. Did he change anything? Ooh. Now, for those who are neutral, for those who are sincere to this cause, for those who really want our freedom, it is important to find out why it is always like that. So when you are coming up and say you're fighting for Biafra freedom, you must understand what it takes. Number one, for you to lead a revolution, you must be determined to say the truth. You must be determined to say the truth. Nothing more, nothing less. For you to lead a revolution, you must be determined to say the whole truth. Recently, it is said that all the governors in the southeast disassociate themselves from Nnamdi Kanu, and some organization disassociate. Where is Ohaneze Ndigbo? That is why all of you, when it comes to the issue of Biafra, if you want to take side, if you want to judge, please follow the simple men. Follow the simple men. You must be determined to say the truth. If you lie, you are gone. If you lie, you are gone. Nnamdi Kanu lie. He is unredeemable. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. December, November this year, he was shouting, Elohua say Biafra must come this year. If you carried all your life savings and gave to him. How he wanted to end it was to tell you that, hey, George Onyibe and Uche Mefo have betrayed Biafra struggle. Elohua have postponed it. It's unfortunate. You must tell yourself the truth. Now they cannot collect money, tell you go and vote, go and see, deliver and document it. I asked Nnamdi Kanu, have you checked how this thing will affect our people? He bragado. He has collected the money. They are in bank account, cooling off. Some of you are here to die. Dying for nothing. When the time to fight for Biafra will come, all of you will know. All of you will know. He will send us to go to Shrine and take oath that we will not betray him. But he will be on the radio and be telling you, Anyane Farose, Anyane Farose. That is why Mazim Efo in one of his broadcasts said, the mouth he used to praise God is the same mouth he's using to lie. One mouth. Let me, all of you can struggle. Those people who are in the house, who know Nnamdi Kanu ability to lie, he go nowhere. They know the truth already. Forget about that. Our people have not started speaking up. They know the truth already. We are trying to recover from the shock of the criminality of Nnamdi Kanu. So what we are going through today, don't think it's new. It happened in America. It happened in Liberia. It happened in South Africa. It happened in China. It happened in Japan. It happened in India. Wherever the Roman emperors entered, it happened in all of them. And we have enough teachers to teach us. In this struggle, you must tell yourself the truth. You must tell your brother the truth. Today, I speak confidently And I challenge every IPOB who have seen me defile myself, who have seen me steal your money, who have seen me done anything wrong, come out and say it. Because as much as we can, as much as it lieth within our power, we said the whole truth and nothing but the truth. If we don't tell ourselves the truth, this is just the beginning of the journey. You know what they are asking you to do is wrong, and yet you do it. You are not a truthful person. You don't know me, I don't know you. Now they cannot pay you money. Can rubbish George Onyibe, and you do it, and you are waiting for Biafra. My brother, go and check those who lead others. They must be selfless. They must have a mind to make sacrifice. All these are the embodiment of truth. We don't tell ourselves the truth. Let me digress a little bit. I had a conversation with a brother today. And the brother is from, there were two of them. One from Igbo, unquote, southeast. Then another one from Delta, unquote, south. And the brother want to find out about the agitation. And then in the course of discussing, I told him we don't tell ourselves the truth. That is the problem. It is easy for you to come and you write on social media, Ikwere not Igbo, Anyoma not Igbo. Why do you think those things are happening? Why are you trying to talk somebody down? Why are you trying to relegate somebody to the background? Why don't you find out what the problem is? Those issues must be discussed. The journey has just begun. And I took my time and I analyzed many things. And both of them say, this thing you are saying is true. Another sister from London called me. We had the same discussion. And I told that sister, this is what our fathers told us about our brothers in the southeast. And she said, my father told me. So your father already have told you the truth. The reason behind Igbo man denying his identity, and you know you are still pushing it to make them feel guilty for a crime they have not committed. And now you begin to get it. I don't want to open up, but on ground here we will sort those things out, because life, it's more than what we know. When you want to lead people, when you make mistake, let them know that you have made mistake. David is one of the greatest ruler that has ever ruled. When he mistakenly took advantage of his servant Uriah by taking the wife Bathsheba to bed. When Prophet Samuel came to him, and Prophet Samuel narrated sin to him, he never knew he was the one. He stood up from his throne and said to Prophet Samuel, as far as the Lord live, let the man who have done this, he must surely be put to death. And Prophet Samuel said, no, you are that man. Because he thought nobody knew his sin. You killed your servant Uriah when you have so many beautiful damsels around you. You took his only wife. And so from his mouth, he has declared the judgment of God already. Just that mercy say no. And then David realized he has sinned. He must be truthful if he must be the leader of the people of God. And so he fell and wept. Psalm 51. Cast me not away from your presence, O Lord. Take not the Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of my salvation, and renew a right spirit within me. You would have chosen to be like Saul. They told Saul, What am I hearing? The same prophet Samuel told King Saul, what are the bleating of the sheep and the sound I'm hearing all around your house? He said, yes, we took the best ones for God. And you can begin to see why he was utterly rejected. We must learn to tell ourselves the truth. You will see how truth humbled one. How truth humbled one. One thing I have learned to do in my life is to acknowledge when I'm wrong. Without that, my brother, a struggle will make us struggle. The journey has just begun. Tell the people the truth. How many of you will believe Nnamdi Kanu never consulted anybody except backyard later? Under normal circumstance, is it proper for only Nnamdi Kanu to hold monthly due for almost 15 years? Sometimes I begin to wonder, the native doctor will do that juju for him. Try very well. He had absolute power, and that power corrupted him absolutely. Let us begin to tell ourselves the truth. God has designed how this agitation will be. Men can only try to alter it. But each of those individuals, they will be brought down by the hand of the Almighty. So, any people coming to form a nation, you must tell yourself the truth. Because that is the only thing you will have in the end. Number two, you must take advantage of value system. You must. From Igala to Idoma, from Idoma to Igbo, from Igbo to Urobo, Ishekiri, Ishekiri to Ijo, Ijo to Akwa Ibom, to Ogoja to Ogoni. The 13 states, you have the influence of Biafra. 10 states in Nigeria is dominated by Biafrans. All of them are Biafrans. 10 states. But from within Edo, Kogi, and Benue, you have a cross section of Biafrans there. Now, the only difference we have, just give a gap of a kilometer, leave 1 kilometer from somebody. Even though you were in the same language, you soon see it will change. So there could be many reasons why we have different dialect in Biafra land. But the basic principles that governs the foundation of humanity when it comes to the issue of forming a nation, the value system, Biafra land is intact. Are we taking advantage of that? You go to Benue, there is a village called Eke, Ikajide. And then you go to other areas, you see the 4 market days. Like we all know already. You see the food, it is the same thing. That's supposed to be an advantage. You must make use of it. We must prepare our heart to make use of it. Together, we'll stand. And divided, we will fall woefully. Today, just look at it. Everybody is confused. We've taken IPOB to a height where we're so proud of ourselves. Where are you? Where are they? Take advantage of the value system. Take advantage of what bond. You see, when you talk about unity of one Nigeria, we understand the advantage of unity. But like they will always tell you, not all current constitution. So in what way are you taking advantage of our value system? Number 3, for you to be able to sincerely fight for a nation and stand your ground, not just on the path of the truth and taking advantage of the value system, you must not forget what is at stake. You must not. A lot is at stake, and most of you don't know. Now, I'm not a prophet, and I'm not trying to prophesy. There are things that if ordinarily you apply common sense, you will know that if you don't know how to swim and you jump inside the river, you will be drowned. So it is needless for you now to know that that boy cannot swim and he jump into the river, and then you are prophesy, if this man jump into the river, he will be drowned. Of course, we all know, since he cannot swim, certainly he's going to be drowned. It is needless. Let me take time to tell you how it's going to happen. And like I said, the next generation must not consider me a prophet. It's not necessary. If I am, you will know. And moreover, even though you are a prophet, don't you know that it is not the prophet nor God that determine the end of what we are doing here on Biafra Human Rights Radio? You people don't know the evil we have waved out of our land. You people don't know. One day you will know. Now the Kano cannot unleash his mayhem as he promised. He can't turn Biafra land to Somalia, because Somalians are here in Biafra land already waiting for him. But I don't expect you to understand anyway. So what am I trying to say? When God gives you a vision, a revelation, the moment you exchange it, the moment you intercede on its behalf, anybody who is more perseverance has what it takes to stop that vision from coming. And with simple arithmetic, this is how it's going to be. Nigerians say, oh, that is a propaganda, because I've been looking for this statement anyway. Yes, so now the Kano should take 5 states. Which 5 states? It is like asking you to go to your death. If you make any move without your brothers, you are gone. Let the Ijaw nation rise up today and say they want to go. That will be the end of them. Let Igbo nation rise up and say they want to go alone. That will be the end of them. When Buhari called you a dot, most of you did not consider the implication behind that word. They pushed Igbo to a dot position and then unleashed mayhem on them. They went to Benue State from one side of southeast. TV people played the role for them. Then from Benue State, they moved to Cross River State. And so the TV, the Benue, and the Cross River pushed the Igbo back home, because River State was divided into 2. They circulated the Igbos at the middle. When they from Benue, they push Enugu. Enugu people ran to Anambra. From Cross River State, they push Igbo people, Ebonyi people run to Enugu. When they got to Enugu, Enugu is running down to Anambra. And all of them getting to Anambra, Nigerian army from Delta, Bendel, on the other side, they are busting in already. Partly Kogi, partly Delta. They ran to Imo. On getting to Imo, they were in Bayelsa, oppressing you back. And then from the side of Bayelsa to the Imo, they decide to run to Abia. From Abia, they were in River State, pushing you back. Is that not the dot Buhari is telling you? We cannot make the same mistake. We can't. And now, you have to consider what is at stake or take the risk. But God forbid that the next generation should wail like we are wailing. So when you say you are fighting for the freedom of your people, all the pro-Biafran group leader, don't think you are invisible. Only one is invisible. That is the creator. Everything you are doing, there is a great consequence to pay. Just look at the agitation. We're almost home. We're almost home. Out of carelessness. Of course, he has collected money, so I won't consider it as a carelessness. So don't forget what is at stake. We must find solution to the identified issue. Number 4. As a people who are fighting for our freedom, we must be determined to find solution to the issue you have identified. The moment any issue surfaces, challenge or problem as the case may be, you must find solution. You don't kick anybody out. Go to the palace of every king. There is always somebody who is not normal. You see, everybody counts. In most cases, it is there for a reason. Once you identify the problem, you must address that problem. Not all of you in UK, you are a rat in the cage, you are a goat in the wrap, you are a chicken, you are a turkey, you are idiot, you are foolish. I close you down. They ask you, bros, where the money will they contribute? Then you're talking to anybody. You don't know it's a problem. More than 70% of those people, you desiccated on their face. You brought shame upon those who died for this cause. I'm talking to Nnamdi Kanu. And so those of you who are still fighting for Biafra, once you notice any problem, you must address it. This very issue you are seeing, they have what it takes to address it. Nnamdi Kanu said he is a God. He decides who live and who die. And I told him, and then if indeed you are God, I will put your righteousness to the test. So to you who are aliens, this thing started long ago. With the money and they cannot have is in possession. You should know why he's behaving the way he's behaving. But obuna kune show BK ngiwa ayimaro na onye nwe mmadu ko onye nwe ego. And then let both of them fight. The journey has just begun, and all of us must be on the lookout. Number 5. You must incorporate everyone into workforce. If you go online now, you see, hey, ESN, welcome to Roboland. Hey, ESN, welcome to Roboland. Where is the achievement of ESM or unknown gunmen? Hey, ESN, they are in Sokoto. They want to defend Fulani. When Nnamdi Kanu was telling you after his release when he was in Kuje, that is fighting for Yoruba and Hausa and Fulani and suffering Nigeria. You have not removed the mote in your eye. You are going to remove the one in another person. You are carrying a log of food in your eyes. You can't see clearly and you want to remove another person's eye. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. I don't know when you make some propaganda what you want to achieve. Hey, yes, I see the Roboland. Hey, everybody, Roboland, you got the Agboland. Hey, Njohi. It's okay. But who is deceiving who? Are we not doing agitation, or we are doing running gun? Which one are we doing? Everybody must be incorporated into the force. Why you say everybody is Biafra? In all the platform, which platform brings everybody together who are supposed to be part of this Biafra? Which platform? Because if we do not consider all these things, put them under check, every stakeholder must be involved. My brother, you are cooking up another evil. The only concern we have is that when this thing will backfire, we would have paid dearly for it. And all that will be left of all of us is regret. Agreement to identify unanimously with the challenges. We must all agree to identify with one another in those challenges. This is supposed to be an advantage. The same thing they are doing to the Igbo man, they are even doing a Jaw man the worst. The same thing they are doing to the Jaw man, they are doing the Akwa Ibom man the worst. Should I give you statistic record of the level of welfare or achievement of our youth? Do I give you? These are the things that will make us to be united in our suffering in the hand of the Nigerian state. Who is taking advantage of that? We have identified our challenges and we have to agree on how to resolve those issues. And so number 7, we have to unanimously agree to initiate process. All of us must agree before you initiate any process. All of us. You wake up one day, one boy come out, I'm giving you security. We are the ESM. Why you not say Biafra Security Network? Because already you don't shit for Opi Waker. Leader of Biafra, supposedly, reduce his security outfit to East. Why did you not bring it to Niger Delta now? You come openly and say it's Eastern security, thereby bringing division. And when we talk now, he say, yeah, you are bringing division. Tell yourself the truth too. Today, those of you in IPOB now, hey, ESI is in Urobo land. That is an insult to Urobo man. Except they don't have shame. That is an insult to Abo man. That is an insult to anybody who is not from the southeast. It's an insult to me. That somebody from the southeast is coming to Abo to give me security. It's an insult. But this is the truth that hurt most of you. And you think you can just bamboozle everybody. We must unanimously agree. When it comes to introducing any process, it would have been more credible. The Biafran General Overseer, he said, this is Biafra Security Network. Nigeria will not have had a say. They cannot change it because they know our stand. But now it is Eastern. Now the governor have rejected you. And so what else do you have to do? You pick small children and then you will tell us, hey, we are saving your people, we are delivering our people, we have checkmate Fulani headsmen, we have do this and here. That is a lie. They have not killed any Fulani, but rather they've all ended up in killing Igbo. Something shocked me about the ESN greatly. The attack in Enugu, all of them were small boys. In more or 3 broadcasts, I pointed it out. It is small children, and the Kanu is taking advantage of their predicaments to lead them to their death. And yes, where are men? Where are men that are men? In Anambra, over 65 of them are locked up in different police cells, and over 40 with bullet wounds. In Ebonyi State, over 90 are locked up in different cells, and over 200 with bullet wounds who know if they are dead already. In Delta State, over 49 are locked up. In Rivers State, over 60 are locked up there. In Abia State, over 200 are in different secret cells. Go to that barrack. These are little children. And that reminds me, I will have to play the audio of the Ebonyi people. Look at that young man who the police were interviewing. In as much as I know that is a corroborated press communique that boy issued, but I only see how brilliant that boy is. 17 years old. 17 years old. All of you supporting Nnamdi Kanu to do this. Just turn back and look at your son or your daughter that is 17 years old and tell me you will do that to them. It's unfortunate. Let's see if we can get the audio.
So we are trying to go to Onike's police station. So after said and done, we launched at Okpoko Zek attorney. We were arrested at Agubikwo local government in Ebonyi State after a meeting. So we are trying to go to Onike's police station. So after said and done, we launched at Okpoko Zekona at Onike. Before we got information that the soldiers has blocked the road to the station. So for us to now return to our camp, on getting to Agobia Parish, the vigilante now caught us. So after everything, they called the Bago Security Network. They now took us to the station. But I'm referring to the indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOB.
How old are you?
I'm 17 years old.
Are you in school?
Yes,
Which class? What class?
SS2.
How were you?
That is 17 years old. They are the one defending our land. They are the one Nnamdi Kanu is sending to defend our land. Where are those people who used to advise him? Where are those people who used to caution him? Brotherly love. Where are they? He had destroyed everybody. So he can wipe us out and then eat the money and then become kingmaker. It's unfortunate. 17 years.
It was on 17th January 2015 when my cousin, which is named Kelechi, came to me. So he based at Lagos. So he was telling me that IPOB they don't like the way the Fulani herdsmen are maltreating our brothers. So that they have to divide Nigeria so that they can stay on their own without any maltreatment. So that was how he was telling me on that 17th night, that 17th January. So after everything, I sat down. That was 18th. I sat down. I was thinking that what this my brother told me is true. So after everything, I listened to a broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu about the Fulani herdsmen. So after everything, I decided to join them. So I didn't join that 215. I stayed 216. Then 217, I joined them. So that was how I joined the IPOB.
Okay. Let's go back to the meeting you talked about. The meeting what was it all about?
We have two purposes for the meeting. Number one, that Oneke police station. Then two, how to visit our brothers, how to go and bring back our Imo State for this all this crisis in Imo State. It's also people from Ebonyi that joined with Imo State. So this was the two reasons why we joined why we called for the meeting.
That is what they used to deceive them, little children. And you don't see you are suffering, let's stop with the suffering. But Nnamdi Kanu is living in affluence. Where is single IPOB person that Nnamdi Kanu has helped? You see, you don't initiate process because you think you know it. If not that a day before this broadcast was released to the public, I have made a broadcast telling you about who was killed, the CSO that was killed in Ebonyi State. And so they know it's not hidden any longer. Maybe that is why these ones have their life. But even with this same guy, over 70 of them are with with bullet wound, hiding from bush to everywhere. When he finished cursing evil, he tell you, run to the bush, go and sleep in the bush. It's okay. But then our people must understand the truth. This thing is not what one man can do it.
So,
The earlier you know, the better for all of us.
Okay, it was on Sunday night. After we are going back, it has okay. Let me say it's on Monday morning, early morning, because it's almost to. I left the school at a step that night by 5:16. So on my mind is that the security, the vigilante, has all of them has gone home or they have slept off. So I entered bike with one of our comrades. So we now move. Then on getting to Agobia. So they sat. So but they pull our clothes and saw the mark that they saw at the body of others. So they now say we are members. So which true we are members of IPOB freedom fighters.
Okay. What about the killing of the soldiers? Were you involved in any way, or did you know any person that was involved?
Many was involved, but like I knew it was about four of them. There was Sonny, Onyame, Danny, the one that drive keke, and one called Monday. Then I was the one they sent to go for that Amasre Junction to spy at that place. So on getting there, I called them and gave them every information. So not less than 30 minutes they arrived. So that was how the killing of the soldiers was organized.
Okay, let's look at your expertise, in arranging directions for the attackers. Tell us more about that. You are good in map drawing for IPOB.
Yes, I draw map, I spy, I give information, I rescue.
Do you fire?
I didn't fire.
But your own is to spy.
Yes, and give information and draw map. Yes.
So far, your own group, of the IPOB freedom fighters, how many people have they killed so far? That's the military and the police.
That was last year during the NSAS. We lost three of our comrades, which was the one they killed. One of them was killed here. Then two of them was at CPS on the day of CPS.
What about security officers? Have your group or your arm killed anyone?
They have killed many of them because the one of Isheke, it was also organized by our group. The one of Oneke was also our group. The one of Ono Ebonyi is also our group. So the one of that CPS, the arms we collected was held by the Onyami, which is known as Francis Nkwede. So after that and done, when we was arrested, I just decided because I didn't expect that IPOB would lead me to police station. I've never expected that IPOB, as in, I've not even dreamed it for one day, think that one day like this that I'll be handcuffed in a police station. So after everything, I decided that I will remove everything concerning IPOB from my body. Then when I'll be set free, I will know that I'm free indeed. So I give them everything they asked me. I gave them every information that I know. So after they recovered 3 AK-47 from Onyami.
Did they arrest him?
Yes, he's also dead.
Okay, so what has you said? Okay, okay, now let me ask you, what happened to your academics, that is education? All this while you are engaged in freedom fighting. So what happened? Are you going to? Have you been going to school?
I'll be going to school because they normally give me time. If the one they get from Monday to Friday, I will not go. But the one of Saturday, I will participate on that one. So, but this one that happened of recently that the police arrested us because our school is on break. So I didn't expect that that the police will arrest me during that time. So it was this time that I've not been to school.
Let's look at the bulletproof medicine that you have in your system. So where did you get that from? Give it.
Some of them, the one they call more from Cross River, even the one that is from Yoko that is here with us, and with some others, even the one from Benue. So even the one from Tezi, there are many from Efium, from Esa.
Was it just mark given to you, or was there any enchantment or incantation? Was there anything diabolical?
He do with ring, singlet, watch, so many things, even necklace.
Were you cooked?
Yes.
How were you cooked?
If you bring, they will bring a pot and pour water. Then they will now put fire and put fuel. Then they will now give you this omu leaf. Then you put it in your mouth. Then enter the pot. They ask you not to talk. When you obey and you didn't talk, the water will not hurt you. So you enter. They will now put fuel on top of the pot and put fire until the fire dries. Before you now come out.
Pass through that process.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did you participate in all the burning of police stations and attacks on military formations?
I participated 4. That was CPS, Onike, Amasre, and Ishike.
Okay, you mean Amasri, the military checkpoint?
Yes.
Okay, where 2 soldiers were killed.
Not only 2, it's 7 of them.
7 soldiers were killed.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the nitty-gritty of this agitation. Do you think that Biafra will become an independent nation by killing police officers and military officers who are also Igbos and may have interest in Biafra? Do you think that is the ideal thing to do?
That is a good question, sure. Because everybody wants Biafra. Even including the police, they think that it's their enemies. Everybody needs Biafra. But what we were asked is because of the Fulani, not for the police. But due to they say that the police are backing the Fulanis, that Fulani will do something, they will not arrest this person. But any single mistake from the Igbos, they will arrest this person. So that was the anger of killing the police. So, but I don't think that killing police will solve the problem. Rather, we should call for dialogue, and let's talk out and let's make peace. Because all of us are Biafrans. Everybody needs Biafra.
Okay, your position in the family, are you the first or the last? What position are you?
I'm the first son
Of how many children?
of 4.
Your parents, are they aware of your activities?
Yes.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Are they aware now that you've been arrested?
My father asked me the day that they will arrest me that he will not come. So
So your father was aware.
yes.
But never
Even my
supported.
mother. Yes.
But you are the
Because
first son.
yes, I joined on Monday, on Sunday. Then on Thursday, my father came back from Katsina State and asked me that this that I'm doing now will not help me. I should face my education. Then after all said and done, that he will form for me to join military because I like military. So he said that he will form for me to join military, but I refused.
At about 18:30 hours of 23rd 5 2020, while acting on credible.
Of course, that is not credible. I'm only playing this very clip so you people see. 17 years old boy. This reminds me about the other one in Ebonyi State. Just 16 years. I mean in Delta State. He works with the Delta State Police Station, and somewhere along the line IPOB have access to them. The guy must have been killed by now. His father called me and said, when my son left Ebonyi, he's not a criminal. And what is this thing that I'm hearing? He went there, what the police told him. I told him I think there is a mistake. But IPOB leadership is listening to it. Because many people still call me. But they don't know we have moved on. And so in a nutshell, for you to be able to control the level of collateral damage, for you to be able to build the confidence of every Biafran man and woman, we have to initiate these processes. Everybody must be aware. For some reason, I will not call the name of the person. He was having issue with federal government. He ran to Abo. They hid him until situation is under control. Then he come out and made himself available. These things are possible. These things are possible. But one man knows it all. And then he sent little children to their early grave. The same people we are fighting to give Biafra. It's the same people now the Kanu is sacrificing on the altar of Biafra after collecting money. And with this truth, we know, he said, we focus. Our agenda, first of all, is to expose Nnamdi Kanu. And why those who know what it takes to get Biafra are doing their job already. We give them job to do. Hey, Asari Dakoba leave a de facto government. Hey, Wazirike is begging in that. You don't ask those people, where will those lies lead them to? If these issues are properly addressed on a round table and the people collectively agree to review this same issue, the people cannot fail when it comes to the risk. Then Biafra cannot come. And then the journey to continue to reinstall all these principles is on already. That is exactly what we are doing in Biafra Nation Alliance family. To make sure that every processes, we engage every individuals who are stakeholders in this journey. Because what you are doing, sooner or later, you will understand the consequence. That is why we are reorganizing our people. We are calling on our brothers and sisters who have what it takes. This is the time for you to make your own contribution. Our lines are open at this moment, and then you are free to call in. If you are unable to access my studio line, you can as well connect through this program on my private media platform. And so our WhatsApp studio line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642. And then our direct line is 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. And of course, you are free to call in and your call will be accepted. To get Biafra is not a talent display. To get Biafra is not to display your arrogancy. It requires a lot of planning. And of course, we should know what is to come.
Biafra Restoration Project is on course. It remains sacrosanct. It is irreversible, and no amount of force can dampen nor quench the ingenuity and the resilience of the indomitable Biafran spirit.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Sing your lives. Give us Biafra. Begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chukwu Okike Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray.
Oh, just save our lives. We are your children, save our lives. We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life.
Chukwu Okike,
Almighty Father. We are begging you, please.
We ain't been living here in the zoo. You come there and set us free. We are begging you.
See my people stay a crying. You up your mouth, we get dying. Save our land, we beg you for love.
tears in my eyes every day. I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for. Lord, give me Biafra till I die. We need a clearer picture, a brighter future, a brighter
Yes, my brother on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, we do, Willie.
Yep, ma.
Good evening from here.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining me.
Manager.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening, friends, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. My name is Terry Benson. I'm here to chew it out. I'm from Abatete in Amambara province. And I am here in South Africa as a National Administrator of Biafra Nations Alliance. I want to use this opportunity to acknowledge your hard work. It's not easy. You have been trying as much as you can to keep the fire burning. Lightening up. Thank goodness. We have embarked on a work which need patience and endurance, and also it needs also perseverance for us to arrive at a conclusive note. Positively, we are getting good results. People are getting the message, and those who seek to destroy all our efforts have been neutralized bit by bit. Just listen to the clip you are playing. The little boy of 17 years who Nnamdi Kanu has convinced to put his life on on the line in the name of restoring Biafra. But the adult is hiding somewhere in Europe doing broadcasts, praying for non-government, saluting the courage of those who want to die. It's highly unfortunate and it's pathetic. But woe betide those who are aware of this evil and those who are deliberately and ignorantly sponsoring this wickedness. Woe betide those who are sponsoring this evil and the killing of our young men, women, and children. It shall never be well with them. I don't have much to say. But the story is, if you keep quiet, you will die. If you talk, you will die. So you better make the right choice now. It is better to die a fruitful death than to die a shameful one. That is a choice to make. I don't want to talk too much. May God keep on strengthening you, strengthen all those who make this possible, and all of us who are doing our best to make sure that this journey that we started, we don't stop it on the road. In Igbo language, they said, onye gbakata kwụsị, nke ọ gba agba anaghị ndị. Keep on keeping on. May God in heaven be with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Brother Aslem Odowelem. He is our administrator in charge of South Africa. Of course, thank you very much for joining me this evening. We continue to tell our people the truth. There are things we must do in order to restore Biafra. Legally. Within 3 years, Dim Chukwemeko Dimegu Ojukwu has built an institution already. In the midst of that confusion, that war and trauma, they printed their currency. The one now we are using to do shakara on Facebook. Can you show me one thing we can be proud of? Since now they cannot start deceiving everybody till today. What exactly? Because his intention is sealed, delivered, and documented. One day you people will see the real picture. One day you people will see the real age. One day you people will see any man who has a heart to send children like that to their death and still come on radio and tell you, all of you who are about to die, we salute you. You praise him for it. And people like you want to be in the same country with me? Now let us advise ourselves. If we allow this to go down like that, their death will be in vain. But if we, at this moment, make a U-turn and correct this mess, the earlier the better for all of us. We have said time without number that we will engage Nigerian state through the preamble of the law, not criminality. My brother on the WhatsApp, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Good day, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Chukwu Diari. I hail from Anyama province in Biafra land, Kano Chiefs, Agbo, Dumesa. I based in Italy. I just want to talk to some of our Biafran brothers and sisters who are supporting this evil. Because I listened to that young woman's voice record. It touches me. Most of them who are sponsoring this unknown government and ES donating money from Canada, US, China, Russia, in fact, all over the world, donating money to sponsor unknown government and ESN, especially those who have children. You have daughter, you have son, and you are supporting evil, donating money for other people's children to just die for nothing, and your children are living well in Europe. I want to advise them. If you have two sons and you are sponsoring ESN, please release one. Send that one back home to join the unknown government and ESN. If you are part of those who are sponsoring this unknown government and ESN, you are in USA, you have 3 or 2 children, grown-up children, let me say 17, 16, 18, 20, please, don't support it with your money alone. Release one of your sons, send him back home in Biafra land to join them. Because you will not allow other people's children to die and you are paying for their death. You will betray your own children and you want your children to have a better life and you want other people's children to give their life for nothing. Because I believe that the way Nnamdi Kanu is going and our people are dying, they are dying for nothing. But these are the people who believe on Biafra. They want to die for Biafra. But one man just come out of somewhere and begin to mislead them, begin to deceive them, telling them that by carrying gun will give us Biafra. If someone like Samuel Ekpa will come back home and carry the same gun, I'll be very happy. Ikenga from South Africa, Mayor from Germany, who say love is greater, and they are supporting this evil, this atrocity. Mayor is big enough to join ESN now. He can fight. Ikenga, let Ikenga leave his business in South Africa and go back home and join ESN. Because I watched a clip of Ikenga, it's like yesterday, telling that IPOP Russia offer 100 million to any Biafra who can deliver the Fulani men or the leaders to them. They want to offer 100 million to anyone who will deliver Fulani men. And you are in Russia. Please come back home and do the job so that I can give you that 100 million. You don't need money. Everybody, you need money because you want to make money in Russia. No need. That money that you are looking for, you want to make in Russia is too small. Come back home and collect this 100 million and do the job. Ikenga should come back home and do the same job. They should stop deceiving our people, misleading children to just give their life. In fact, sometimes I don't know how our people think. Some people are saying we should not forget about Nnamdi Kanu, forget about Nnamdi Kanu. And you are living here, maybe somewhere in Germany, somewhere in UK with your children. If your children join the ESN, is it a bad thing for your own children to die for the same cause you believe on? Because you believe on Biafra, you can spend your money, sponsor other people's children to die. If your children give their life for Biafra to come, it's not a bad thing. They should release some of their children to join these people because we need more people. We need to recruit more people now. Let Nnamdi Kanu release his first son to join them because we want to recruit more people on ESN. We need people on ESN now. Thank you very much. God bless you for your good job and continue. I believe that those who have here listen.
Thank you
And
very
those who
much.
want to die childless death, they should continue to believe on Nnamdi Kanu and giving their life. And why Nnamdi Kanu children are living well in UK.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless.
Yes. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hey, bro.
Good evening from
Good
here.
evening.
Yes. Your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Frank Obidike. I'm calling from Sicily.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. I greet all Biafra all over the world. And my special greeting to Biafran Nation Family and Biafran Alliance. And as well, I want to greet Chief Ralph Wazirike, you know, of his smartness and his understanding and being acting like a father because our people said when you beat a child with left hand, you have to bring him close with the right hand, you know. So and knowing the importance of the unity to this struggle, because in this struggle, me I strongly believe, I strongly believe one of the key instruments to this struggling is unity. And if we fail this unity, no, we are going to get because when we look around us, we see that some people spend money, you know, to put us into a group of people that they can date with anytime, that they can manipulate anytime, and they can read them psychologically and classify them as they want. So I think at this step, at this point in time, for me, Biafra is more stronger than every other thing, quarreling or pride or other things. Really, for me, Biafra is number one. So, and this comment that Shifraf was made yesterday, you know, he's calling all the whole Biafran group, you know, to come together and have like an assembly, you know, that will monitor the Biafran group. I think it's a very nice idea and Biafra to respect
There is noise on your background. Move away from your radio set. Move away
and
from
my
your
next
radio set.
contribution is about the kind of a problem happening to Igbo land. Really, the way I heard the voice of Mr. Raf yesterday, I said I'm not going to criticize anybody, but my mouth when I see my people going, my people being destroyed, and I know that we can stop and can change things, then I want something to be changed. I want people that are listening to my voice. If you know that this people are pursuing, that this offer is so important to you that you can throw away your pride, you can throw away your egos and all the rest and pursue this Biafra. So my call is I'm calling every Biafra groups to come together and be into this forum. But for me, I call it an assembling and it's a government, it's a movement towards restoration. So I advise everybody to respect and join this forum, the African Alliance, and we should forgive everybody. We should forgive everybody who these people, they just have, they don't count us as the people they're going to suffer, you know, to get to deal with. come to unite, when we come to unity, they know that they cannot penetrate us anymore. Please, I ask every person hearing my voice, I beg everybody hearing my voice, to consider the power of unity, because I think it's a vital instrument for an movement. So this is what I want to give this evening. And if you know that your hand is involved in making an on strategy like security, that you know that we are going to lose our more. So you just bring your hand inside it, you bring yourself out from it. And if you want the security, you all have to come together and claim a security which we are sure that the security will last a long time something. So please, I don't want to speak against anyone again, since Chief Rafa said that we should not say it in public again, but we should not forget that something is still going wrong in Ebola. Something needs to be fixed. So I thank everybody, thank Chief Raf, thank Mr. Vidi and Madu Chimofo, who have given voice to the voiceless, because a lot of people wanted to speak but they could not speak. Really, for me, they are all phenomenal. So I thank everyone. I say God bless you, and God bless the front, and God bless lovers of freedom. Thank you very much. Mazi Onyibe, thanks to you, because you are at the front. And give you more strength to the able. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, we must continue to enlighten our people. The idea is not to undermine anybody. The idea is not to rubbish anybody. The idea is to present a clean slate of truth. And everybody will do what they have to do. We all have a role to play in this journey. And of course, I am joined by the spokesperson for Biafra Nation Alliance. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, good evening, dear George.
Good evening, my brother. You're welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will say massive thank you for your consistency and for taking time since I came to know about, I came to know you, to continue speaking the truth. Honestly, when I was listening to that young boy, reminiscence of all your broadcasts just came back to my memory. You said it times without number that Nnamdi Kanu is setting guys for elimination. He's setting them up for assassination. And it is so troubling. I could remember in one of your broadcasts when first we lost about 16 of our youths in Aba. I could see the anger in you. Your anger was not, why are we losing our young one? And most people, most wicked set of people were playing to the gallery. We've seen so many arrests of these so-called either ESN or unknown gunmen and their confessional video. And I agree with what you said tonight. That is a corroborated interview. Because sometimes I ask myself, I've never seen, I'm not trying to play the ethnic card, but I have to say the truth. I'm a very, very principled person. But I've never seen the Nigerian journalist ask a single arrested Fulani or bandit of question. They ask these guys as if they're under cross-examination. And for goodness sake, Nigeria, it hurts me because Nigeria is such a lawless country. Yes, if a suspect is arrested, there are the sort of questions that shouldn't be asked. What they're asking these guys is nothing but incriminating questions that even, if those things make their way to court as a material evidence, it will even be difficult for any counsel to, talk their way out of it. Why am I saying this? For yourself and other broadcasters on every other platform that have conscience, I use this word conscience, have pointed out to us all these things. We don't need to be a prophet. When you add 2 and 2 together, you know it's going to get. There's no magic about it. It's not about watching naked. These things are, predictively, I can tell the consequences. I want to use this medium to appeal to the political class in Southeast, to the elites, to the traditional rulers. Let us not pretend we are not seeing what is happening. Yes, these guys, they've been arrested, they've committed some offense or crime or whatever, but they deserve a second chance. These are naive. My point is, our governors, it is not about wearing the Dotland t-shirt, playing on the emotions of the people. This is the time you need to call on other members of, from the Southeast in the National Assembly. Call the caucus, irrespective of political lining. This is time you guys need to add your voice and try to see how you can bring other political heavyweights together. How can they give these guys how do I say, a soft landing? They never knew what they were doing. This is certain. Because these guys don't even understand, to most of them, they think Biafra is even coming tomorrow morning. To most of them, they think by carrying out this act, at the end of the day, they will get the Biafra. And all this criminal silence from all quarters is part of what is causing this problem. Today, everybody has left the job. They feel it is something for Biafra Human Rights Radio or those who are aggrieved to do they can know. The state governors, the youth ministries, everyone has a role to play to reach out to rural areas. It's like airport became a hunting ground for Nnamdi Kanu and him and his criminal gang who are recruiting these guys. Almost it's like this guy is on a mission to alienate the Ebonyi. We call it Ebonyi, but that boy pronounced it in his own dialect, in the Ebonyi. They need to wake up. These are their own young ones dying. Ebonyi have political leaders.
Sorry for interrupting you. In more than 5 of my broadcasts, I have cried out personally to Ebonyi people that what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, the major people he think they are the fool, the mugu, to slaughter their youth is Ebonyi. There is a rice camp now. I won't mention the village in Anyoma province. These are the areas you have Ebonyi youth doing farm. Afikpo people doing farm, rice farm. Do you know Nnamdi Kanu has converted it to camp? And those boys, he will use them to do rubbish later. What do you think will happen? The community is watching them already. I was informed about it. This is Ebonyi youth. Why say Ebonyi people behaving as if they can't reason? But Ebonyi people, if you are listening to me, David Umahi, you are a very intelligent man. At least for yourself, and I can say you are the governor that is, in fact, Ebonyi State is the fastest developing state in Nigeria. Now, this having been said, Ebonyi youth are being slaughtered. Everywhere, Ebonyi youth is almost, in every 100% of people arrest, Ebonyi youth has 70%. He's just set us up and then you abandon them. So our people from Ebonyi State must begin to talk to their youth. When the time comes, if need be, if necessary, to do all these things, everybody will know. By now, Nigerians will be running out of Biafra land. But even the Nigerians know Nnamdi Kanu has crossed his boundary. He has agreement, he's not keeping it. and then he targets certain people with information. His own is let's eliminate them, then the truth will die. It's unfortunate he won't get that. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm there, but thank you for helping me out in this regard. I'm not trying to demean any tribe, but let's face reality. The people of Afaruku, as far back as 2015, disband anything IPOB within Afaruku. Now, when we try to look at the trend, we could see he's targeting Ekwo, who share a common boundary with Akwa Ibom. In fact, he's targeting a particular geographical location. Why are people from Ibeku, the youth of Ibeku, not massively involved in this year? Why are they not involved? Because they understand this guy is setting them up for their death. And the community stepped in. Esa Farugu, this young guy, he's there, they stepped in and they desensitized and de-radicalized the environment. Now, the state government needs to wake up. And see what this guy said, the guy he mentioned, that he said is even dead, the guy that recruited him. Most of our young men, why would you go talk these children, I call them babies. A 17-year-old is still a baby. You deprive them life. And for these people making so-called contribution, the World Igbo Congress and this wicked set of people in diaspora, let them sit down and ask Nnamdi Kanu, what is the age range of these people? Why recruiting babies? This is not the way forward. I have made my stance clear, even in private and in public. The minute we fail to take the political process, then we are still joking. I still stand my ground. Ojukwu said one war is enough. He formed ABGA. What we are suffering from is betrayal. Let us look at those politicians from P2B, Ngige, Ekwunife, Okorocha. Most of them are political antecedents in the South. They started from ABGA. What do I mean? We stand a chance to reclaim our political space within Biafra land. We need to tell ourselves the truth. Now, I ask a question. If the whole state of assemblies within the Biafran state will begin to have pro-Biafran assembly members, and examples abound in South Africa, you have the FF, headed by Julius Malema. They are not on the street causing problems. They are in the parliament. In United Kingdom, you have the Green Party. The Green Party know they cannot form a government, but their agenda is to speak and influence things about the environment. They have, even if it's only 4 members, they put their voice from the parliament. In this time, we change all this game plan. Politics is the way forward. People will not like it, but this is the truth. I said this. If, let's say, after 2023, we begin to target the next election, and we produce senators, National Assembly members, which is House of Reps, and we begin to produce politicians that are pro-Biafra minded, we are home already. At the end of the day, the center we know what we're talking. It does now. Are wearing dots. How many times has he stood in the red chambers, raised his voice about pro-Biafran issues? Today is Biafra of the mind. Today nobody can push Nigeria out of Igbos out of Nigeria. Enough of this politics. It is on our hands to change everything. Let us understand there's a political process which we must get involved. We cannot live. At the end of the day, we have politicians who are not interested in what we're interested in. Rather, all these ex-governors who are now senators from the Southeast and pro-Biafra and Biafran land, they are not speaking for our interest. None of them goes there to stand on our ground. How many times has Eyin Nayabaribe, as a sign of solidarity, why don't you continue to wear the Biafran regalia to the National Assembly? It's not about, well, I understand all this game. Most of them, they should stop this emotional game of the Dotland. That is not the solution. The solution is we need to encourage those who are interested in politics to begin to tilt towards that. Let us begin to produce political gladiators. At the end of the day, if we have governors from Biafra land that are pro-Biafran, that will speak the Biafran agenda, our job is far reduced. This is the truth. Even if you go to Scotland, even if you go to America, there are political parties they know they cannot form a government, but they are there to push their agenda. Even most political parties today, they are there to push the agendas of the LGBT community. Previously, these were things that were done in secret, but they spoke from the center, the parliament. Before you know, they start changing laws to say it's all about diversity. It's all about inclusion. They start making laws that, that they can do their thing freely without somebody trying to like dehumanize them. In the same vein, pro-Biafran groups, it is time we understand that taking our political space is part of what we need to fight for. Because at the end of the day, why are we in this mess? Our political leaders have failed us, and they continue failing us, and they do not care about us. These youths, these young ones dying, is because of their failings. Enough of all this. They allowed Nnamdi Kanu to steal the circumstantial evidence to create havoc on our land. Today, what do we see? Spilling Biafran bloods by Biafrans on Biafran soil, giving the military and the murderous Nigerian government every right to occupy our space, and our politicians are all quiet. What they are busy is 2023. For goodness sake, Ndi Ebonyi, I call on them again. They have sound mind, they have brilliant minds. They need to take this as a task to their grassroots. In fact, they need to ban everything IPOB. They need to begin to identify the vulnerable areas where most of these guys that are dying, that have been arrested, are coming from. And again, Eyine Abaribe, if he's any of his friends, let him, rather than wearing that Dotland, come out in public and begin to speak for these guys. Yes, they committed crimes. It's time to begin to find a way to get them out of prisons. If Gumi and the Northerners will be bold to be speaking on behalf of the murderous Fulanis, the bandits, why should our political leaders shy away from doing the same for our people? These guys, they deserve to live. They are young guys. They've not tasted life. Nnamdi Kanu, he's somewhere hiding, protecting his children, just like them and the criminal gang that call themselves Onyibe Congress. Why don't they ship their families, like one of the callers said, back home, to go, like my brother Eric said, ship them back home to go and join these guys? Enough families are already hurting. Losing a loved one is painful, not to talk about, in these circumstances. Enough of this. How many died in Imo State? If the Nigerian military could be bold to come and deposit 47 dead bodies of Biafrans that were killed for shenanigans, is it because our families are not part of these people that are being killed? And the politicians are keeping quiet. Things they should talk, they shouldn't talk. They wouldn't add their voice. It's because of Buhari said Dotland, and everybody's flaming up. It's on the news. FMC Owerri, 47 dead bodies deposited by the Nigerian military. They need to be held accountable. At least these are areas I'm looking at for Onyibe to get angry about, not about somebody calling it Dotland. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother, for joining me. We will continue enlightening our people. Biafra agitation remains the target. And of course, like what my brother just said, If Nigerian military will agree that they killed 47 like he said, you can imagine how many number that is being hidden. Don't let anybody deceive you. Only God knows that over 1,000 youth have died across Biafra land. Because somebody somewhere along the line just think that when I carry gun, I threaten everybody, they will submit, then I start giving order, go and burn a Mazime 4 house, go and burn a Mazu B the house, go and burn this one. These are just the target because they were not prepared. No reasoning at all. And of course, at this moment, I am joined by my daddy in the Lord, Mazi Obidiobinu. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can, my Reverend.
Good evening, sir, from here.
Good afternoon from here, and good afternoon to all Biafrans who are listening. I try to make it too short this evening, hopefully, because there's so many things that you have raised this evening. So many questions that needs to be discussed, plus the ones that some of the callers have, also touched on. Eric, my brother Chimeze, and Ikenga, neatly. Most of them spoke so, in the direction that I'm thinking as well. And I'm going to try to bring in what I'm looking at. Okay. But anyway, I will appreciate you. Dear friends, this is your brother Bidio Biena. I am from Oba. Oba is in Nature Province. Another day that we must rejoice and be glad again because we are living. We are not better than the people who are dying every day because of this same cause. But anyway, that said, I had clearly the discussions this evening, and it saddens me. You see, I sometimes I say I'm gonna keep quiet. Sometimes, but keeping quiet is not the best option. What drives me is what was said in the scriptures that faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. If it wasn't for the same program that we had, and I called out a lot of our people to look at what we are going through in that contraption, most of them wouldn't even understand what is going on. And today, everybody sees clearly, except for very few people who call themselves our leaders, that is not seeing all these problems and all this maltreatment that is on us. And I think that sometimes when they say they are representing us and the people you are representing is saying something, according to Igbo adage, wherever a child is crying and pointing at, if his mother is not there, his father is there. I don't know if these people are really looking at what is being said, or they just want to show us that we don't have nothing to say. As long as they are concerned, they can do anything and nobody questions them. And that brings the question, what kind of leadership is this? Even within our families, we know that our children also sometimes question the direction that we are taking them. And this is part of the things that we are questioning today. But before I continue, it's obvious that these people don't want us alive. We know that already. We know that a long time ago, regardless of what they say, because I have not seen a situation like this where the people that are governing people, the governors and the leaders, the so-called leaders, are not trying to understand the argument. They always say that bring the case to us, bring your situation to us, but they are not open for discussion. As you witnessed a few days ago, On the 19th, they met in Enugu, and they met in Enugu, just few of them, and rose from the meeting and tell us that they have discussed with Buhari and everything and what they agreed on, and then they are for one Nigeria. And sometimes I look at those things and I don't even know what to tell them. And you want to begin to ask them, this one Nigeria we are talking, is it not the same one Nigeria that we have suffered so much from? Is it not the same one Nigeria where they themselves, who consider themselves as leaders, are deprived of being part of it? Is it not one Nigeria that we're about where there is no infrastructure, nothing, airport, seaport, when we have deep waters in the southeast and south sitting down there, where we have the airports that's supposed to be reactivated, to be functioning so that people can make use of it. Go to the north, they have international airports everywhere, basically designated for during the Hajj.
They even have seaport inside the desert. They call it dry
dry
dock.
port. Dry port.
Their own
Not
seaport
dock.
is
They call it dry port. Okay, and where are we going to start from? Are we going to talk about these things, and then even where is it that we are going to start from? Even the Enugu airport, we know how they stopped the international operations there, and how they came back after most of them ran to Abuja, because they usually, when they have Fukum and they have Takam, they ran to Abuja to beg. Enugu airport is not functional no longer. Okay, so I can understand what these people are not seeing. The Port Harcourt port is not working. Even the Calabar port, these are the areas where the British, the white people that colonized us, used to come in. They used the water port to come in. They used the Port Harcourt port to come in. They used the Calabar port to come in that contract. Now, those things have been sealed completely, only designated to one man or two people to be using for their commercial interest. I mean, what kind of people are these? What kind of people are these? Because, when they are saying all these things that they are not among Biafrans, they are not doing anything, it brings to question, what are these people really doing? Okay? And, you had the young man that was being interviewed. He said everybody wants Biafra. Similar to what Chief Ralph Wazirike said the other time, that it's just out of fear that these people are denying who they are. Okay? There's so many things that Chief Ralph Wazirike said on that video he made. I didn't want to go into that. But I'm tending to the part that is talking about, all these abuse, you stop. Yes, we agree with you, Father, but we're going to look at these issues really constructively, even as we are talking, even as this broadcast is going on. If you look at Mazio Onyibe's page, you still see people who are suffering, and these are some of them are in Biafra land. Okay, they are part of the people that are deceiving a lot of our youth to die. Now, look at over the past 2 months, what have you done? Nothing, but just bringing death to the land. Ebony has become where they are hunting our brothers and sisters like Nchi. I mean, what kind of life is this? You begin to ask questions. They are bringing this young man, 17-year-old, interviewing him on national TV. That is just, by the way, another. No, because that evidence cannot be used in any court of law, except in that contraption, a make-believe country that we all find ourselves in. Other than that, What is the press? What is the press's business in interrogating somebody if actually that young man was picked up? What is the press's business interrogating him? But you see, everything is flipped upside down. Everything is just the other way around, and the world is laughing. That is so unfortunate. The entire world is laughing at us. We have gone to that level, object of caricature everywhere. You cannot even use your passport to travel anywhere, and yet you are still talking about one Nigeria. It's so sad. But anyway, let me not delve too much because when you start talking on these issues, it takes forever. What I'm telling dear friends, you have seen that all this drama have not taken you nowhere. What did it cost you? You are untimely death, which we were here calling on you, shouting and begging, even begging the so-called governors not to kill, but I pick up these guys and put them somewhere, maybe rehabilitate them and educate them. Okay, you haven't seen the otherwise killing their youth as much as you see going on. You haven't seen them bring them on the television to begin to interrogate them with all these young boys, whether they be 7 or 8 years, girls that are showing off AK-47 on the media. Do you see those things? None of these people has been brought to book or brought to live television to ask questions. You have seen it. Okay, people that are so-called people that are promising to pay $100 million to do whatever. You have the 100 millions and you haven't used it for nothing. Okay, you over there creating problems for your own people back home, and people are out there talking about these things. People are out there talking about these things. None of these people has been brought to book. We know of Ogumi, whatever he calls himself, that goes inside the bush to negotiate and take your national money and go pay people. Okay? Now, ask me who have negotiated with you. All you are doing is writing on the Facebook. Southeast of governors wants to negotiate with the IPOB. Okezi Ibazo wants to talk with him and they can. Where is Okezi Ibazo? Where are they? All this drama. Talk to you for what? So even if they come out now and talking to you, you are apparently going to subject to what they're saying. Because what I'm looking at is that they are now reorganizing. Every focus is on 2023. Now you saw the APC put out the youth wing the other day, whereby they made promises to give them a level playing field to be part of the process. That's what they are talking now. And nobody is saying anything. All your drama, all your unknown gunmen, all your ESN, cows all over patrolling. And you are not looking at these things. And people have died. People have died. And then you disappeared. After a few weeks, you came out again to start the same nonsense. When will this be over? But I call on Biafrans, well-meaning Biafrans, rally around the Biafra de facto government. You heard our father, Chief Ralph Wazirike, what he said about these politicians, how nobody elected them into office. By the way, my brother Chibeze, I understand that aspect of the political thing, but one thing that we must bear in mind that these people are holding us hostage. All these people you see, both Rocha Sokorocha, both P2B, you heard them talk about the other governors, Obiano, how they supported them from the grand plan of our late Dean of Megwojuku. What did they do? They are all betrayers today. And we are running around ESN and everything, and all these governors are sitting down there enjoying themselves. Listen to what Chief Ravo Wazirike said, so you can understand that the plan, this political whatever, has been planned a long time ago. And this way I'm tending to listen to him because that's what Onyibe So I encourage all Biafrans, rally around our chairman, the de facto customary government implementation committee, implementation chairman. Rally around this Biafra de facto government. Let us organize ourselves first. The ones that are still causing our continue. For me, I'm going to stop that. All I need to do is to point to you guys what you're doing. I'm not interested in out here now to talk and what somebody is doing, but my father always said, if you are bathing with your clothes on, you need to know if the word is being directed to you. Stop all this deceit. If Chief Ralph Wazirike, from all these years of insults that he has contained from us, is coming out today and saying that it doesn't matter to him, it would nothing ever matters to me but Biafra. And we must get ourselves together to do this work. Diopa, I want to appreciate you, or rather my reverend, Diopa, my reverend, whichever one you choose. I want to appreciate you for what you're doing for Biafrans. And I want to appreciate across board all of you who are supporting this. It's not about talking. I will still ask our people to begin to mobilize ourselves, particularly the ones in diaspora. We require funding to have this radio running. So you must mobilize yourself for once in diaspora. That's the little we can do to support this. Our people back home are doing enough. They are doing more than enough to even stay there for us and briefing us on what is happening, which is clearly we are seeing. So we need to do that. Everybody should organize themselves in Europe, in America, in Asia, in South Africa, everywhere you find yourself. In India, anywhere you find yourself, we must organize ourselves and continue this project in a peaceful, non-violent manner. We saw what happened the other day. UN is listening. The world is watching us. They're watching us. We cannot get Biafra by dramatizing what we're doing. There must be seriousness. We must have people who are representing us. By the way, anyone that wants to be part of this project, whatever you can help, because this is a voluntary service. We need people to form this government, people to come together to agree on the terms and conditions to represent the people so we can go home. The only reason why somebody should be doing otherwise or making fun of the whole project, jumping up and down and making unfulfilled promises is only if you don't want the Biafra. But it's just going to be for a while. You are just going to be for a while. If you can undermine and spit on the blood of your people and spit on their graves, this dying is not in any way, you are not sensitive to it at all. It's only going to be for a while. I'm not God, but you cannot get away from that. Therefore, I ask you, dear friends, to be stable, consistent in what we're doing. in Biafra. We are going home. It doesn't matter. We can never go back to Nigeria. If we are so-called governors and the leaders of our Hanes and Igbo wants to lead, after all, there is northern Nigeria now. We have Igbo people of the northern Nigeria. They can join them there.
Very,
But our
pathetic.
land does not belong to the Fulanese. Thank you very much, my brother. Do the video.
Thank you very much, Emazi Obienu, our daddy in the Lord. Of course, your presence has been an inspiration to everything we are doing. You are indeed a father. You are indeed our mentor. My confidence is that there is no time, no age, no dispensation where the issue of Biafra is discussed. Your name will be there. Thank you for joining me this evening. We will continue. Our people must understand that outside trying to expose this evil that is gradually trying to engulf our people, we are organizing ourselves already. Look for the nearest Biafra Nation family close to you and then join. Everything is transparent. Everybody has to know the truth. And whatever decision we make, whatever path we decide to choose, nobody can be left in the dark. And of course, I am joined by Mazemba Dike. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening from City of New York, Onyibe.
Good evening, brother. Go ahead, please.
And okay, and my greetings to my fellow Biafrans, the ones that have our people at heart, not the one that contributing to kill our people. Mazi, this evening you have said it all, but as our people always say, one person that have ear should hear. The one that doesn't have ear, they can do whatever they want. And I'm sending my regards to Mazi Uchembe for giving us this platform, Biafran Human Rights Radio, to checkmate all the irregularities happening on in Biafra land. The same time telling our people that are supporting this mayhem. In the 21st century, your daughter can serve in ESN or non-government. So it doesn't have to be only boys. So anyone that you have 2 girls, 2 boys, you send, alternate, 1 boy, 1 girl. One will be on ESN, one will be on non-government. Mazi,
the girl should be on ESN, then the man, because that one is man already, unknown gunman, except to introduce unknown gun women. Well,
yes. So as I come up on this platform this morning, I just want to appreciate all the effort that you're making tirelessly, evening, morning, and night. And to tell our people in the diaspora, my name is Izuchukwu Okoli. I am from Nnewi, the mobilization administrator for Americans. It doesn't matter if you live in Caribbean, South America, North America. I have a number for you to call here or send a message on WhatsApp. The number is 917-346-5419. This is the number where you can send your information, or you can go to our website, allbiafrans@gmail.com, allbiafrans@gmail.com. You can make a charitable contribution there. You can send in your question there. Every information you need to know about the Biafran nation is right there. Or if you want to make a taxable, the tax deductible donation, you can go to BIA67foundation@gmail.com. This BIA Foundation 67@gmail.com is in the right hand of people that originated this BIA Foundation, because irregularities was going on this account, and a lot of people are in trouble for messing up with charitable foundation. So when you do something there, you will get a tax deductible, which the form will be sent to you at the end of every year. Mazi, you see, as things is unfolding in Biafran land, we don't get to hear about unknown government anymore. I don't know if they're on vacation or most of them have gone home. But nevertheless,
no, he sent them to the bush. They are in the bush, no network.
It's raining now in Biafran land. No, did they have a camping?
Maybe,
for us in Anambra, we in the Anambra State. Eh?
Maybe they are in the pit now or in the hole.
Maybe in the pit. It might be in the tunnel because we're from Anambra State, telling us to, the youth to jump into the bush, and those days have, those other have expired. But it takes our people time to understand what is going on, or they're just playing ignorance about it. People are dying, and you've been telling people are dying unjustly, and everybody is just looking there like, what the to go and join one of those groups to, start doing what they're supposed to do. Mazi, I don't have much to say, just to thank you guys for the effort. And we're doing the best we can to make our people to understand what is going on in Biafra land, not even in a no It's 917-346-5419. You can call it. You can send in a WhatsApp message. If you are not well to do in diaspora, you don't call this number to talk any nonsense, because if you know me, I don't take no rubbish. Call this number when you're serious to participating in saving the life of our people. Mazi, I will give up here for now, and we'll come back again to remind our people what needed to be done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother, and I say thank you for standing by. Of course, this is the best we can do to salvage all that is left of us. We cannot sit back and then allow us to destroy ourselves unnecessarily. For what? And I want to appreciate all of you, men and women. Alhaji Asare Dokubo, of course, the chairperson for the Biafra de facto customary government, and deputized by Adarita and Ebogo for their enormous sacrifice, for their sincerity, transparency. I want to thank both every member of the advisory body. Our people must be guided. Our people must be sincere. Our people must stand on the path of truth. One of these days we are going to look into a study titled The White Lies. And then maybe you understand how human who actually desire progress, who actually want development, who actually want to remain, there is a way they talk to each other codedly. We cannot allow anybody to deceive the next generation. We cannot allow anybody to sell the next generation. If that is the ultimate purpose why we are here, my brother, my sister, will go nowhere. This is just the beginning of the journey, and be rest assured, we are not in a hurry. As we are inching closer to the end of this program, I want to truly appreciate those of you who took out your time to lend your voice to this program, to lend your voice to the cry of our people. Those of you who are staying in the background, for some reason you are not coming up, but you are doing what you ought to do. You are all highly appreciated. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good evening.
A good evening from here, Agowani. It's like you're waking from the sleep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
I'm not waking from the sleep. My dear. I'm just done when I listened to that boy you played the audio.
It's unfortunate.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Men of goodwill and good substance and the lovers of freedom. I say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending on your time zone. I don't have much to say this night. I just have few words to tell Nnamdi Kanu. The first thing question I want to ask Mazen Namdekanu is, when is he coming to pick the best road in Ebonyi State, Abakaliki, precisely the capital city, to name after the ESN commander that had been eliminated based on the information I had? And which house of the government, or which of the building in government house that is he going to take and crest his name? And how many heads is he going to use to bury him? Or is he biased? Because I know how many heads he announced that he will use to bury Ikonso. Or is there any commander that is bigger than others? I think I had him announcing for 3 commanders in Ebonyi State. So which of the commanders that he has given to his ancestors? I'm waiting for him to answer of this command trending on social media as he also untrended. Or does it mean that he is biased? He loves some part and hates some part, and is a Ebonyi State youth that he using for his experiment. He had made Ebonyi State his experimental ground, thinking that nothing will happen. He's killing our children one after the other. And now I still want to ask him this question. Where is Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Ibe Gift Amarachi, those that knows how to go to court to release people that are arrested? Now all the youths in Ebonyi State have been arrested for his sake. Let him call them to come and release them. Let all those youths that we are lined up like that, let them not be killed. And this third one I want to tell him is that he should prepare to send his son to come and replace all those that have been killed. Simon Ekpa, Solomon Egbo, and Chris Council. 3 of you should come home because many of your brothers have been eliminated. You come and replace them so that the war will continue, because you people are looking for war. People have been telling you to stop trading on a dangerous ground. You said you are looking for war that you did not prepare for. And you people are there, eating and staying in a better house and a conditioned place, eating fat. Then you are sending our children to their earlier grave. You think that is going to be well with you people. It will never be. Then another thing is this. Those of them, as our hero here normally calls them, recruits, that are on social media writing rubbish. None of you even know road to Biafra land. When that boy was playing, somebody was tapping that is fake, his story. Even when it came out on social media, many of them were talking that rubbish. You are saying it because you are not on ground. You are not seeing it. There's that one adage in my play that even if you are blind, you are not seeing fire. The reflection must get at you. And you can only deceive a blind man that there is no oil in a soup, not salt. Because a blind man have a sense of taste. When he tastes the soup, he will know that there is salt. You people should stop killing our children. You people should stop killing our children. This madness is getting out of hand. Look at all our youth being eliminated. Look at a boy in SS2 trying to manage his life and finish his academic, and you use your occultic charm to come and manipulate all of them. But your own is there going to the best school. I don't have just much to say this night because all my brothers here that have called, they have said it all. Just that few one that I've said that I want to remind you. I'm waiting for you to come on air. If you deny the ESN commander of Ebonyi State that has been eliminated based on the information gathered, if you deny him, you will never see anything good in your life. You better come on air. If you know how you announce his colleagues' own, come on the air and announce it. I know all these people that have been arrested now, you have sent all your recruits in social media to start writing rubbish, trying to deny them. There's no way you will deny them because all these people here, there are people that are on ground that know all of them and know their fathers and the mothers and their places. So whatever you people are talking up there, you are just deceiving yourself. You are just deceiving yourself. You better just say the truth and shame the devil. I don't know whether you are devil incarnate or what, or were you born by real human being. You better come and do the needful now. Or you send your own child or children to come and carry the gun and continue with the war. Everybody has been eliminated. And what you are now doing is that any state you think that is in peace, you will send your pornography to the place, showcasing to the whole world that your ECN is pushing Fulani Kawu and doing this and doing that. They will be doing the film tricks there, so that Nigeria troops' attention will be attracted to that zone too. Because when you finish eliminating youth in one state, you will drag the attention, you will draw the attention to another state. I have found out that you are really working for devil. You are not doing any freedom fighting. And all those people that collaborated with you, sponsoring you to be doing this evil, instead of them to advise you, whatever that will happen to you will happen to all of them. I don't have much to say. That's all I have for you this night. Just prepare and come and do the needful. Send your lawyers to go and release them. And also bring your own children, or those that are clapping hard for you, they should come home and replace those that have been killed. And stop drawing the attention of Nigerian troops to other states that are peaceful. Because at the end, everything you are doing, whatever you sow, you must reap. It must backfire back on you, this evil you are doing. And come and write the name of the commander of ESN of Ebonyi State in the major road of the capital city, and also crest his name in one of the government house as you did to his colleagues in Imo State. So you must trend him on social media as you did to others. If you fail to do that, posterity must judge you. And with that, I rest my case. Dr. Onyibe, God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Keeping on and keeping on.
Joining us. We go nowhere. And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. The people of Biafra must understand we cannot be distracted, we remain focused. You may not There's already a massive Biafran incursion from across the globe. We will do everything within the preamble of law. We will do anything, we will embark on any journey just to ensure that Biafra is restored. And while we are trying to renovate the structures, which was almost completely bastardized by certain corrupt individuals, I will ask you not to be discouraged. We know how you feel. I will ask you not to be distracted. It hurts, honestly. But we will make sure that none of your sacrifice, your genuine sacrifice, whether within or without, to ensure that the sovereign state of Biafra is restored, will not be in vain. Once again, I thank all men and women who is powering this program. Biafra, thank you. And we, the Biafra Nation Alliance, will thank you. Good night and God bless. They will